Uh-oh, guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Huh? Anybody? Julie, hey, guess what day it is? Oh, come on, I know you can hear me. Mike. What day is it, Mike? Leslie, guess what today is?
It's Hump Day.
Woo-hoo!
That's right. Woo-hoo! It's Hump Day. So, with it being Hump Day, and I hate to admit how society is these days, Hump Day could have two different meanings depending on where your mind is. So, to cover all bases and appease to everyone, I figured on Hump Day, we will talk about something romantic and something comedic, something to kind of get you over that hump and to the weekend. So let's put the two together, and we're going to talk about rom-coms. That's right, romantic comedies. And you guessed it, today we're talking about The Wedding Planner. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Movie Time with Chris, the channel devoted specifically to movies, movie birthdays, movie reviews, trailer discussions, box office predictions, and some special videos along the way. Now, hey, if that sounds like something that you're into, if you love the movie reviews, if you want the trailer discussions, if you love to compete in box office predictions, if you just love movies, subscribe to this channel, because you're going to get that content that you love and then some. Now, as I mentioned, today we're going to be talking about The Wedding Planner. And this movie stars Jennifer Lopez and the king of rom-coms himself, Matthew McConaughey. And boy, do I love Matthew McConaughey. Not only is he a good-looking man, but he's a good actor. And what character development, to come from the start of his career where he was doing things like,
I know that for a fact.
No, man. I'll tell you. That's what I love about these high school girls, man. I get older, they stay the same age.
Yes, they do. Go.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. All right. To come from that to them being the king of rom-coms, just what a 180. Great job. And also, if you haven't checked out his book, Greenlight, check that out. It's an amazing book, but that's going off topic. Anyway, rom-coms, Wedding Planner. Let's go ahead, and for those of you that haven't seen this movie, to get a general gist of what we're talking about, let's check out the trailer. So, can you start that?
Explain to me how you have a career in making everybody else's dreams in love come true, but in your own life.
You know, Dad, it's okay.
While Mary was planning everyone else's love life, she didn't have one of her own.
Mary, you haven't been on a date in 2 years.
You can't avoid love forever.
You know those who can't do teach? Those who can't wed, plan.
So fate stepped in.
You okay?
You saved my show, my life. You're the guy.
I'm the supervising pediatrician here.
Mary and I were gonna go to Golden Gate Park. They show old movies, and you should come with us.
Well,
We won't take no for an answer.
this is by far the coolest thing I've ever done in this city.
Wanna dance?
Now, for the first time, her love life and her work life were a match made in heaven.
You're gonna be a partner? I gotta get the account first. Mary, meet my parents and mother as previously discussed in detail. You won't be singing at the wedding.
All right, wedding woman. You give my little girl whatever she wants. No expense spared.
You can finally meet my fiance, Eddie. Come here. Eddie, this is Mary, the wedding planner. You cannot sacrifice your entire career over this.
We danced, and it was nice, but nothing happened.
I can do this. I can plan this wedding.
What you have is cold feet.
And I can treat that doctor like any other faceless groom.
I am gonna let her plan the wedding.
And that's just what I'm gonna do. Because I love a challenge. And because I am a professional. That's why I love him. He gives me humanity. Mom, would you please shut up? Hi.
Columbia Pictures presents
I'm sorry.
I wonder, is Eddie he going to be the last person I ever sleep with?
A story about finding love at the wrong time.
What if what I think is great really is great,
For the right reasons.
but it's not as great as something greater?
Your wedding planner took off.
Mary?
Yeah.
Did you ever like somebody but the timing was off?
I'm in love with your daughter.
Way off.
What the hell are you standing around talking to us for? Go and look for her. I like him.
Jennifer Lopez,
Do you ever think about that night in the park?
Matthew McConaughey,
I do, all the time.
The Wedding Planner.
Mary! Mary!
Sorry about that. Didn't know we were back. So, let us talk about that trailer and this movie. Again, Matthew McConaughey and Jennifer Lopez. Jennifer Lopez plays Mary, the wedding planner. Matthew McConaughey plays Steve, the groom-to-be. And, you know, they end up meeting, just haphazard luck. He saves her life. I mean, he's a doctor. That's what they do. And they realize that they have a chemistry together. So they go on a date. And, you know, Steve decides to keep this from his fiance. Well, as the movie progresses, Mary finds out that Steve is the groom-to-be for a wedding that she's planning. And Steve finds out that Mary is the wedding planner for the wedding he's having. So things get a little crazy, hectic, chaotic, which is what you come to expect from these rom-coms. The plot twist where everything changes and what's going to happen now. Ultimately, before I get further into this, I've already given too much away. I do want to say that this video will have spoilers. So yes, we are going to be talking about what happens in this movie for those that haven't seen it. So ultimately, they're going about with this wedding. Mary's planning it. And by the end, Mary realizes that the relationship her father is trying to set her up in, and Steve realizes the relationship that he's in, they're not going to work because they have what they have, but they want what they want. And that's each other. So they end up abandoning what they have. They both leave their weddings on the same day because they want to be together. Hey guys, if you haven't taken a minute to subscribe, make sure you do that. It's free, takes 2 seconds, not even a minute, and it helps me out. So show some support, subscribe, and hit that like button. So, yes, I know, probably not real life. Most of these rom-coms are not. It's what Hollywood thinks young girls want to see. That fantasy that they all have. But the thing I do like about this movie, and this is one of my least favorite rom-coms, is the reality that's discussed in this movie. There's the scene when Jennifer Lopez is talking with her father, and he's explaining that his wife and him, her parents, had an arranged marriage, and they didn't meet until their wedding day, and they didn't like each other at first, but they were together. She stuck by him through his worst times, and that grew a respect for each other. And being together through your worst, if someone can stick with you through that, then they deserve to be there for your best. And their respect grew to love, and they were happy together. And that was just an amazing thing to have in this movie that's so full of fantasy and non-reality, to have such a real home-hitting statement in it deserved to be mentioned in this video and deserved for this video about this movie to be made. So, yes, why ultimately Mary and Steve abandon love for new love, which I wouldn't recommend, but you know, you got to follow your heart sometimes. This movie is real in some of the dialogue that is had. So that is a plus for this movie. That and the fact that it has Matthew McConaughey in it are probably my two biggest pluses for this movie. The downsides, I didn't like the chemistry so much between Matthew McConaughey and Jennifer Lopez. I didn't like the casting so much of Jennifer Lopez. Not that I have anything against her in movies, but in this particular movie, she's supposed to be playing an Italian American. And you mean to tell me that there were no Italian Americans or anyone closer fitting to that in Hollywood at the time that they cast Jennifer Lopez? That's my big downside to it. I mean, yes, you could talk about the fantasy of the story, but that's in all rom-coms. And we'll be talking about that every Wednesday from here on out. So make sure that you subscribe to this channel to catch all of those in the future. But overall, the movie is enjoyable. It does have some good humor. It does have that fantasy that you get in rom-coms, but it also has the truth statements that are made throughout this movie. So this is a good movie overall, even though it's my least favorite. And it's Matthew McConaughey. What else can I say? It's Matthew McConaughey. Check it out. That's it. That's my review. But anyway, those are my thoughts on The Wedding Planner. Leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. As always, make sure you check out the Instagram Movie Time with Chris, where you're going to get little snippets of everything that's going to come on the YouTube channel. Speaking of the YouTube channel, make sure that you like this video, subscribe, and ring that bell, because you don't want to miss any future videos that are going to be on this channel. I'm on Twitter, so make sure you follow me there, Movie Time with C1, where you're going to get a heads up of everything that's going to come on the Instagram and the YouTube channel for the day. I'm on Twitch, Movie Time with Chris, so make sure you follow me there. I'm going to be doing some watch parties very soon to, stream through Amazon. So follow me there. Let's watch a movie together. Make sure you check out my blog, www.movietimewithchris.com. You're going to get a more in-depth analysis of everything that I talk about here on the YouTube channel. And I will be working on my review for Godzilla vs. Kong, which came out today. It's on HBO Max and in theaters. So I will be working on that review. So be on the lookout for that on the blog. And lastly, if there's ever a topic you want to hear about or a movie that you want me to review, email me, movietimewithchris@gmail.com. I'm going to check that email multiple times a day. I will not miss your message. And the topic you want to hear about will be in a future video on this channel. But until next time, stay safe, take care, laters, baby.